Hello, I'm Sara Sozzani Maino, Deputy Editor-in-Chief of Vogue Italia and Head of Vogue Talents. On the occasion of the launch of the Fall-Winter collection, we have asked designer Sara Wong to unveil some insights about the brand, her inspirations and herself. I hope you enjoy the journey through the world of Sara Wong.
I have a master's degree in finance, and I suppose this training has definitely broadened my logic and structural process abilities with a very different mindset. I'm quite sure to have a good sense of rationality and balance that, combined with my creativity, allowed me to find the right mix of commercial viability and design. After university, I worked for an accounting firm for some years, but I immediately understood that it wasn't my dream, and I decided to turn my life around and start a new career as a fashion designer. My career in fashion starts officially in 2010. When I returned to China, I took over the position of creative director at Max Rainey. I worked immediately on the collection, but also I reinvented the interior design of our retail stores. I'm a romantic dreamer, and I use the fairy tales and the royal castles as the main inspiration. This has become one of the brand's peculiarities. Finance and fashion are surely two different worlds, but actually they are not so distant. As I told before, my school background and my first experience inside an accounting firm allow me to have a critical eye on my design. I love creativity and follow my artistic instinct, but I know that at the end of the season, the accounts must balance. I have the responsibility to keep the company active, and having financial skills surely helped me a lot to understand the commercial dynamics. When I started to work in my family company, I wanted to give my vision, and everything was under my artistic direction. The brand grew up very quickly, and I grew up with it. Now, I feel the need to show my face. I want my women to recognize themselves in me, and giving my name to the collection is a way to tell them, this is me, this is Sara Wong. My creations reflect my personality, my dreams, my passions. In one word, my life. So, I think it is right the collection bears my name. Art is my first passion, and often I take inspiration from it. But also, I love to mix the culture, past and present, east and west, classic and contemporary. My collections have no boundaries on time or space. I create for strong and independent women. They always have a sense of dedication and tenacity, but at the same time, they are very feminine and romantic. I found inspiration also in daily life, in little things. I don't have a specific muse because all the big women of the past, but also in the present are my muse. I usually travel very much, not in this period, unfortunately, and meet a lot of people. I always pay attention to all the details and fix them in my mind. So when I start the design process, I put them together. In my collection, I always mix the element of different cultures. My goal is to create a fantasy world where girls wearing Sara Wong can feel empowered and inspired by the harmonic beauty of art. My preferred mix It's a combination of the charm of Oriental culture with European art movements such as New Classicism and Romanticism. For the next 4 winter collection, I got inspired by the Mongolian culture, in particular the period of the 19th century, when the new cultural movement has been spread inside China. And lots of Mongolian intellectuals, especially those who had returned from overseas, brought back home the culture from the West. The color palette reflects the preferred shades from Mongolian women, from brown to blue with a touch of yellow and lilac. Lively and bright colors for a woman with an outgoing temperament. The silhouettes are heavily inspired by traditional outfits of Mongolian women, especially the shoulder elements. Deconstruction and reconstruction are also frequently used throughout this collection. The collection maintains its playfulness of mixing fabrics with a touch of pure femininity. As I mentioned before, I put all myself in my collections. They are the concrete realizations of my dreams. If you want to discover the real Sara Wong, don't miss my collections.